Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. It's Juanika. I'm here so that we can do a little bit of eyebrow maintenance. I wanted to shoot a video for makeup and I noticed that I need a wax. So because it's a snow day here and I can't really go out to go get a wax, I'm going to do it myself. So this is going to be my DIY eyebrow maintenance. Before we keep going, hit that red subscribe button. You see it, do it. I'm watching you. Right there. All right, for real. Hit the subscribe button. Share it, comment, talk to me, you know. I want to see what's on your mind. And see you next time. Thank you. Okay, guys, so here we go. As you can see, I have Wolverine brows. And disclaimer, that dandruff you see on my skin, I have seborrheic dermatitis, so it tends to get a little bit flaky when it's time to shampoo my brows. Yes, I have to shampoo my brows. So I'm just going to take some of this GiGi's Pre-Honey. It is just like a astringent type situation, just to cleanse off my skin before we wax. On a cotton ball, now I'm using the pre-epilation powder just to dry my skin out so that the wax adheres. Now I'm going to take my spoolie. I can't find my regular spoolie, so this is one on the end of a eyeliner or brow liner. Just brush your brows going upward because we don't want to take out any hair that'll mess the shape up. My hair grows totally different on both brows. So they're not going to be sisters. They're going to be, well, wait, they are sisters. They're just not going to be twins. As you can see, this one has a lot of different directions. So I'm going to take a skinny wooden stick with some of the honey wax by GiGi. I have my machine on medium. And I'm going to put a very thin line just outlining my brow. I really don't like them super thin, so I just try to keep them cleaned up. Just any hair that falls outside of the wide arch shape. You want to spread it very thin, make sure the texture of it is loose, and then you put your strip on and you pat it and rub it. I like to do it until I start to feel the stickiness through the strip. That's how I know it's time to pull off. And you hold your skin and pull it on off in the direction that it's not growing. And take off any excess wax and take a look. Look at all that hair, bulbs and all. And just use that same strip, touch your skin if you feel any extra wax. Now brush your hairs going downward so that you don't take any hair coming out of the shape. I like to take a wider strip up here and a wider stick because if you can't see, my hair goes to my hairline. So I like to make a disconnection so I can have a forehead, and this helps me do that. And you want to be careful not to get wax on the hair that you want to stay. So that's why I laid it on its side, just to make sure that we are not taking hair that needs to stay. Because it's very easy to mess your brows up. And I'm actually a licensed professional, so I wouldn't recommend, if you're not licensed, just don't do it. But if you're going to do it, just take your time. There's no rush. Do it very slowly and carefully. And practice on something like your leg or something before you start waxing. Because brows are something you can see a lot, and you'll be stuck with a bang if you don't do it right. Now, that's been cleaned up. Now, look at that one. Oh my God. Huge difference, right? So I'm just repeating the process. Same exact process. Even if the hair isn't the same, it doesn't grow the same, you just want to do the same thing. You're going to clean it up eventually. And this side tends to hurt more Now we're just gonna do the middle. That hair usually grows all different directions, so I kind of just pull the wax up and then rip downward. It kind of grabs most of it. Either way, if there's anything left, we're going to go and use the tweezers to take any excess hair. So I'm using rose water just to soothe my skin. It's not a good wax remover, but it does soothe your skin. And you're going to want to brush your brows in the upward position so that you can trim. You see how long the hairs are? That also affects your shape. So this will actually help to keep it in shape so that it's not like just getting frizzy. I'm taking my hair shears. It's better if you use little baby shears, but I don't have any, so I'm just sliding the shears right up under the long hair. And everyone's hair is not going to be this long and straight. It's just what I do to my own brows. Do what works for you. Just going to repeat that process until I get any hairs that are just not short enough. And then I'm going to brush my brows downward because it's still long. And do y'all see that gray hair in my brow? Oh my god. I just saw it when I was playing back the video while editing. I'm like, is that gray? Really? I'm 28. How? Anyway, slide the blade and just trim off any hair that happens to fall outside of the shape. Look at that gray hair. That is so sad. Anyway, my brows look better on that side. And we're going to fix Wolverine over here. And this brow is a little more difficult to work with because if you can't tell, my hair grows all different directions on that brow for some reason. It's really weird. Like the hair is literally crisscross and they just refuse to lay like the other side does. So I just kind of work with it. It doesn't grow in that missing piece. That's not over waxing. It just never grew right there, even with thick brows. Now I'm going to take this African fried olive oil because that's the oil I have and I'm allergic to coconut oil. So I'm going to use that and rub it just to remove wax. I do recommend you use like raw unfiltered coconut oil. It works best when removing wax in my opinion. But I can't use it on my skin. And I'm immediately wiping that off with rose water so I don't get bumps and irritation. Now I'm taking my tweezers. I like to use the super pointy ones because they really get into those fine hairs like this one right here. We're going to pull that out. And I like to pull it in the direction that it grows so I can get bulb and all similar to the waxing. Well, kind of opposite because I'm pulling it with the growth direction here. I want the bulb so it can take forever to grow back. And like I said, this is that brow that requires a lot more effort. So I'll be tweezing way more on this side than the other. Just to kind of make it match the other side as much as possible. It's okay. I generally wear a bang and I do generally wear makeup on my brows for this reason. Now I'm going to be using this soft brown brow gel. It just says love. I got it from Five Below to fill it in after we have cleaned up our brows effectively. Just to show you how I do my makeup for my brows. So I'm going to use this angle brush by NYX and my little laughing emoji mirror so that I can make the hair-like strokes just to fill in any gaps. Because I like my brows to like match as much as possible, even though they're not going to full-on match. Just because of the growth and, you know, that's life. I'm a human. But I am just going to just fill it in just a smidge. And I feel like, because my hair is like dark and my brows are very dark, and I feel like sometimes it just looks a little dominating. So I like to go in with brown just to kind of cover the black looking hair. Just so they can look just a little softer on my skin. Match my freckles a little bit. But that's just me. I don't always do it. I'm just going back and forth with that brow pomade and my spoolie. The spoolie just helps to blend it out. Kind of, I call it the beauty blender for your brows. Because what you don't want to do is have like blocked off brows and unnatural, just unnatural looking brows. We want them to look as natural as they could look with makeup on, you know? And over here, I'm going to fill in that gap where the hair doesn't grow because it does not match the other side. And even if you're not perfect, because I'm not perfect, I just like to go in and just wipe it off with my finger. It's okay. We're going to fix it later. As long as we got the bones. I actually like to fill that area in with a powder that looks closer to my skin and my brow color and texture. But it's not going to stick to just my skin, so I use the pomade just to give a base. So I'm going to use this I Envy by Kiss. This is the brow stamp. And I'm not actually going to use this stamp piece because we have a shape. But I am going to use the powder. I love this powder. So I'm going to use that same angle brush. And what I'm going to do is go over the areas where I put that pomade just to set it. I'm using this as a setting powder. Now you see how that side now blends closer to the other side. Now I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Nude. This one's the closest to my skin tone. And I have put a little bit on this Tupperware top. This is a concealer brush by e.l.f. It's like $3. I love it. And I'm just going to draw like the outside of my brows. Just outline it just to, I guess they call it cutting it. But I actually try to leave some of my freckles that are very close to my brows open so that they're not looking like I tried to cover up a mistake. A lot of times my brows try to look, they kind of look weird because I have freckles all around it and they're all in the weirdest places. So they tend to make my brows look like, you overdrew your brow here or you kind of got outside the line, but no, they're freckles. So I try to just go with it because I can't change it. It's a part of my skin, you know? And if you make any mistakes like I did right here, just get a little concealer on your hair. It's okay. At the end, we're going to blend it in. Now I'm taking this ecotools. It's like a double-ended brush. I'm using a flat angle brush. It's very soft. And I'm just going to, it's nothing on it actually. I'm just going to blend out that concealer so that it's not such a concealed mess. I guess that's the word I'm using. I'm gonna pull it down, pull it to the side, just clean it up. And then I'm just gonna take a beauty blender, the flat side. And it's the Real Techniques one. And I'm just going to stamp it, drag it, bounce it until it looks convincing. Now I'm just going to take the spoolie, go through, make sure, and just back and forth between the spoolie and the brush that has already makeup on it. Just so it can look more convincing, look more natural. Brush out any excess concealer and powder and try to get them to lay similar. Now here is the finished result. Hopefully you guys like this tutorial. Don't forget to share, like, and comment on this video, and also hit the red subscribe button and the bell right next door to let you know when I've made an upload. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Stay lovely.